Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to News Across Nigeria on Channels Television. I'm Joker Rogers. Coming up on the program today. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo prescribes accountability and prudence as a way out of current economic challenges in the country. Lagos State government targets increased tourism. Governor Akinwumi Ambode flags off reclamation of parts of the lagoon. And agreements are reached between the Oyo State government and its workers to end their face-off. We begin in Abuja, where the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Gabriel Olonishakin, says that the change of leadership style by the current crop of military chiefs has contributed largely to the success in the fight against terrorism and internal aggressions. The defense chief was speaking at a lecture series on military leadership at the National Defense College. He believes that without effective leadership and interest in the welfare of the personnel, the force will not have achieved much.
No amount of equipment and technology is going to ensure success without adequate leadership at all levels. It is instructive to note that the leadership of the forces of the Nigerian approach to military leadership has proven to have far-reaching positive effect on morale, commitment, and fighting efficiency of the forces. This approach has been partly responsible for the series of successes achieved in the ongoing operation. Application of interpersonal skills in leadership has also helped to effectively synergize with other organizations and agencies, including the media and foreign partners to achieve desired results. With the new approach adopted by the forces of Nigeria and continued support of the government and the Nigerian people, I am confident that we are better positioned to effectively contain the security challenges that are confronting the nation. Defense headquarters has commenced the process of reviewing the harmonized terms and conditions of service for both officers and soldiers rating and airmen. Although the country is currently grappling with some economic challenges, it is my fervent belief that better welfare services for our personnel serve as one of the strategies for enhancing professionalism and an essential aspect of leadership.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has prescribed accountability and prudence as the best way to survive the current economic challenges facing Nigeria. He said this when the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mr. Williams Fowler, and chairman of the state's Internal Revenue Service visited him at his hilltop residence in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The former president, however, says government at all levels must be more productive to justify the taxes obtained from the general public.
What each state can generate in terms of internally generated revenue, the state must also embark on a number of things. One, reducing waste. Two, they have to look into becoming slimmer. Government can do a lot by looking at their own establishment. Where do they have to bring together institutions that don't need to continue to live or be or exist separately, and generally also show that the money that they generate, the tax that the citizens pay, are well utilized.
And in neighboring Lagos State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode has flagged off the reclamation project of the Epe Marina axis of the lagoon with the aim of boosting tourism. Governor Ambode also embarked on an extensive inspection of ongoing projects across the state, during which he reassured residents that all projects embarked upon by his administration will be completed within the stipulated time.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode and some members of the State Executive Council began the day's inspection with the first stop on the Adeniji-Adele Transport Interchange connecting Lagos Island from the Third Mainland Bridge. The Adeniji-Adele Interchange is considered one of the high traffic points in Lagos. Governor Ambode says he will look into the possibility of expanding the interchange to create more space for commercial buses to park and pick passengers. In Ekpe, the governor inspects a dualization of about 7 kilometers network of roads in the community.
We believe with this expansion, a whole lot of investments that we're trying to put in the Ekpe-Bejuleke exits will actually, align with this project. We are inspired to also try to see as quickly as possible to start looking at phase 2 of this project, and to move around also we'll see how this connects to the Bejuleke-Ekpe-Ogun State network.
The governor and his team also stopped to see the Ekpe Marina Lagoon Reclamation Project. The project involves about 200 meters sand filling up to the lagoon, and when completed will facilitate development and promote tourism in the area.
We believe that some of these projects that we are commencing now are just inlets to our dream of growing the IGR of Lagos State. We know that by the time we're expanding tourist potentials of Badagry and Ekpe at the same time, we'll be able to get new investors that will be able to come to some of these new locations.
The inspection tour also covered the ongoing rehabilitation and upgrading of Freedom Road and Admiralty Way in Lekki.
The United States government says it has commenced talks with candidates of the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party in Edo State to ensure a fair and violent-free exercise, that's the governorship exercise, come September 10th. The United States Consul General John Bray revealed this during a visit to the state governor, Adams Oshiomhole, in company of the director of USAID, Mike Harvey, at the government house in Benin City, the state capital. The U.S. Consul General also says he is hopeful that the Azura Power Project, which is one of the outcomes of President Obama's Power Africa, will impact positively on Nigeria's future.
The Azura Power Project is an $892 million investment in Benin City. It is expected to generate 450 megawatts of electricity in the first phase and 1,500 megawatts in the second and third.
Well, we're here today to celebrate the opening of the Azura, the first stage of the Azura power plant, which is a deliverable from President Obama's Power Africa initiative in 2013. We're also here to talk to the candidates regarding the upcoming election, where we're hoping that the elections will be free, transparent, and nonviolent.
This is a huge investment of American capital, both from the private sector and the U.S. government, and we know that it's going to have a significant contribution to Nigeria's future. So we're looking forward to visiting.
Governor Oshiomhole expressed hope that the partnership with the United States government will make Edo State a power hub in the near future.
Government seeking to do everything hasn't worked and just won't work. And I'm happy with the progress they are making. And as you can see, for the state government to support beyond rhetoric, to put in their dollar, there is something that is attractive, there is something that is doable. And like I said to them earlier, of all all the challenges we have today in terms of creating an enabling environment for a competitive economy to create jobs for our young people, power, etc. And with Azura, we think that all the problems will not be solved, but Edo State will become increasingly a hub for power generation and distribution.
Officials of the U.S. government are on a working visit to the Azura power plant for a first-hand assessment of the level of work that has been accomplished at the Azura power project so far.
When news across Nigeria returns, reactions trailed scheduled rerun Rivers elections. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.